Hello aviation lovers, guys. A very good morning to all. Today we have one guest, Birhoni. So, Birhoni, before starting the video, guys, let me congratulate Birhoni because Birhoni was our crash course student and she cracked the Indigo Airlines cabin crew interview. And this video will be absolutely different. So, Birhoni, first of all, very much congratulations. And I
Thank you,
really
sir.
feel good that after getting selection, you didn't forget us and you are again back to share the interview experience because a lot of people they used to ask what kind of questions they are asking. So today, guys, Bironi will be sharing the real life interview experience, and this video is based on PHT training, right? A lot of
Sir.
crew from our crash courses they went for PHT training. Some and every student cleared it, right? So today we'll be discussing the main concept regarding the PHT training, right? So before starting the video, I want Bironi to tell us about yourself. That I mean, how in which this was this was which attempt and tell me something about how you cracked it and after that we'll be discussing about the PhD questions and all. Yeah, Birmani.
Yes, good morning, sir. My name is Birhoni Murray, and I'm from Nagaland. And I joined aviation life training last year, and then I was trying uh, to get into Indigo airline. This was my third attempt, and then after my third attempt, I got through PhD training, and then yeah, in PhD training, it's more
Okay,
exciting.
perfect, no issues. So Birmani, our students have having lot of them misconceptions regarding PhD. So they have sent it me a lot of questions and I'll be telling you, I'll be asking question, please give me the reply. What is that? Okay, so Birmani, what is PhD training and why they are conducting PhD training? Yeah.
Okay, sir. BHT, it means pre-hiring training. In pre-hiring training, they will teach you about the grooming session. It's only about basic grooming session because in physical, it's different case. So I have noted down some points, so I'll read out
Okay.
about that. You'll have a boys session, BOISC. That means like they will give you an assignment or they will ask you a question like why do you want to become a cabin crew? All these things, and you'll have a breakup room which where you'll be asked to communicate with the other classmates. So it gives you an opportunity to communicate with each other because PhD training is all about communication and then our grammar because they look after our grammar a lot. And then they will give you a lot of assignment. One assignment was that it was a Shark Tank, so we did on that. And after that, they will teach you in Indigo airline. They use only British grammar, British English grammar, and then they will send you aviation dictionary. So you'll have to read that, and then yeah. And
Okay.
on beach
Yeah.
training, uh, like in training, be well groomed and then like ask any question to your trainer because um, you don't have to feel shy. They will judge you based only on your communication skill. So you'll have to be well groomed.
Okay,
And
Birani.
then
So, Birani, a lot of students they have having doubts that how to crack the PhD training. So, I just
okay,
want you to give some tips regarding how to crack the PhD training because a lot of girls, a lot of boys, they're afraid that how we will be cracking it. This and that. So, I want you to give some tips that how to crack the PhD training if they got stuck in PhD. Yeah.
okay. So to crack the PhD training, you'll have to be well groomed and be smart, and then you'll have to be good in your communication skill and then your grammar.
Okay.
That's what they are looking for.
So, guys, if you are not good at this, so please do start preparation at your home itself, as well as attend each and every class of PhD, so it will be easy for you to crack it. Okay, now come next thing. How Indigo? Okay, so you have already okay. How much time we have to wait for the response? After getting selection in PhD, right? After giving the virtual interview, how much time you have to wait for the response, Birhani?
Okay, so at first you'll have a mid review, and then after the mid review, you'll have your final review, and then after the final review, on the day of the final review, you'll get your result.
Okay, you will get the result. So you'll be getting result by your mail, or you'll be getting result by your call.
I get through WhatsApp group. We'll have a WhatsApp group, different WhatsApp group,
Okay,
and
WhatsApp.
then we'll
Okay,
yes,
perfect,
sir.
perfect. Okay, one more thing is that after getting into PhD trainings, for example, suppose a girl gave the interview, a boy gave the interview, and they said that you are in PhD training. So after PhD training, after how many days your PhD training is going to start?
For that Indigo company, they will send us the mail. They will send you the mail.
I mean, any respective date that key after 10 days PST will start, or after 1 month PST will start. You can any give the date. I mean, people are asking ki after how many days the PST training will start. So,
Okay. My interview was on May on that 11, and then my PhD started on 13. So
okay,
it took only
it took only
1 day.
1 day. So guys, let me make things clear. Some cases it's 1 day. I mean, Preeti started PhD training and it took approx 1 month. Sometimes it's 1 day, sometimes it's 1 week, or sometimes it's 1 month. So don't need to get panic. Just keep the things mind stable. It all depends on the manpower and this kind of system. Okay, now coming to the next thing is that is there any chance of rejection after doing PhD? Is there any chance of rejection, Birhoni, after completing the PhD? I mean, when you were in PhD training, is there any chap who got failed in PhD training? Yeah, tell me about that.
Yes, sir. In some cases, there are chances of getting rejected because some people they use a lot of mistake in grammar. So and then the communication skill. If a person is weak in communication skill, there are more chances of getting rejected.
Okay, so guys, let me make things clear. अगर आपकी communication skill weak है, if you're not having good communication skill, there are very high chance of getting failure. So start working on your communication skills. Do read newspaper 10 to 12 hours daily, a rigorous way, so that you guys can go beyond the limit and get selected. Okay, but now coming to the next question is that how much money they charge for PhD? Is there any kind of money they used to charge for PhD, or it's free of cost?
It's free of cost. They don't charge any money for that.
Okay, perfect. Okay, when the medicals are going to conduct it, before PhD or mid of the PhD?
Before PhD or even in the middle of PhD.
They used to conduct the medical. Okay, coming to now go to next question. What kind of questions they ask in the interview? For example, suppose your PhD training is now completed and they're conducting one more virtual interview. So what kind of questions they will be asking to you and your colleagues? I want you to Birhoni, please share the questions which they basically ask. I mean, after the PhD training, when there's a virtual interview, yeah, so that people can be mentally prepared. Yeah, Birhoni.
Okay, sir. So the question they asked me, it was introduce yourself, and then what do you do during your weekend, and what have you learned during PhD training? And then my friend was asked, why do you want to become a cabin crew? And then they only asked through our introduction, while introducing ourselves, they used to expand through that. So we'll have to be mentally prepared for that.
Okay, perfect. So guys, this were the few questions which they basically asked. So if you're in PhD training, be ready and be mentally prepared for at least this kind of questions. Okay, now coming next, after how much time we have to wait for the after PhD, how much time we have to wait for the other? Okay, so after PhD training, I mean after PhD, how much time you have to wait for the documentation process? I mean for the joining and all. I mean, Birhoni, when you are going to join, I mean after completing your PhD, after your final review, I mean how much time they basically take for the joining process?
Okay. My final review was on Monday, this week Monday, and then after that you'll go for HR session. In HR session, they will ask you like which base you want to choose for that, and after that they will email all the documentation, and after that you'll get the appointment. Like I'm going next week on
Okay,
21.
perfect. So Birhoni, which base you have chosen?
Chennai.
And why not somewhere northeastern? Why you went for Chennai and all? वो option में नहीं था क्या?
No, there was no option. There was only Kochi and Chennai.
Okay, so there are only two options of Kochi and Chennai. So even though if you want a northeast, I mean you can take transfer after working for 1 year, right? You can take a
Yes, sir.
transfer. They'll be giving you a transfer. Don't worry for them. Starting stages, they have to fulfill. I mean vacancies are only at that place, right? So that's the reason they are. I mean they are saying you to go to relocate at that place, right?
Yes, sir.
Which is a now the next thing is that how many people are there in the, okay, so how many people were there in your PhD training, and out of those people how many passed it?
In my PhD training, we were 30 ladies, and then in other we have like PhD 26, PhD 27, PhD 28. So
Okay,
I belong to PhD 28. So in my PhD 28, we have 30 ladies, and in
okay,
that one girl, she's giving for final review. Like she didn't go through the first review and then second review, and then he's going for third review. And if you don't get through the final review, like first review or second review, they will review you again and again. So
Okay.
you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Okay. So how many people pass? So out of your 30 ladies in PhD
Yes,
training, all of
29.
29 they passed it, and one chap was not able to clear it PhD.
Yes, one lady, she's about to give his review again.
Okay. Perfect. Perfect. What is I mean people they used to ask how many. Okay. Next question is that what is the 1 month PhD training and what is 2 month PhD training? Some people say that PhD training is for 1 month and some people say PhD training for 2 months. I want you to Birhoni, rectify it. What is 1 month and what is 2 month?
Okay, sir. Actually, I got 22 days in PHT training, 22 days, and then the next page will be for 44 days. Actually, because in iFly, they don't have much,
Space.
uh, yes, they don't have much space, so they are trying to complete all the basic courses through the virtual classes.
Okay, good. Okay, Birhoni, now next one. How is PhD beneficial to you? I mean, they ask you. I mean, with the what questions that the interview asks, right? How PhD was beneficial to you? So, what response you should give if someone asks you, okay, how PhD was beneficial to you?
Okay, so in after my PhD training, I have learned a lot through my communication skill, my grammatical mistake, and then I've become so smart. And then nowadays I talk a lot because since I don't talk too much, like I talk only less, I talk so less. So nowadays I'm talking a lot because in PhD training you get lots of chance to communicate with other like from different states, from different cities. There, so there are lots of girls from different cities that you are able to, you get chance to communicate with each other. So yeah,
Okay,
that's the
perfect.
most.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the next question is that do they make any kind of WhatsApp group while the PhD training goes on so that we can personally interact with some other people? So do they make any kind of WhatsApp group or what kind of group they make? I mean, while your PhD training goes on.
Yes, sir. We have a different page. So in different page, they will have a different WhatsApp group, and then they will have different trainer.
Okay, perfect. Now, the next question is that Birhoni, during time of PhD training, the instructors are fun loving or they are strict? I mean, what kind of instructors they are? Can you elaborate? Yeah.
Okay. The trainers, they are so friendly. Like you can ask anything they want. They will be always by yourself. You can ask anything. They are so friendly.
Okay, good. Now, the next question is that Birhoni, do they check everyone is improving or not? So they used to do regular checks or they used to do only one checks? I mean,
Yes.
do they, regularly notice the students that they're improving or not, or they used to do only just the final review and they used to check the students have improved or not? So this is the next question is that do they check everyone that the students are improving or not? ये बताओ बेटा
Yes,
मुझे।
they do check a lot because in some cases some ladies they have problem with communication skill, and then some ladies have, in my batch, some ladies they have a problem through English. They can
Okay,
they can speak well, so yeah, they used to like, yeah.
okay, okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, but any suggestions which you want to give to those students or those ladies or those gentlemen, those who got stuck in PhD training or those whose PhD training is going on, or ये सारी की सारी चीजें Birhoni. I want you to please speak for 1 or 2 minutes so that these guys can have a genuine idea because a lot of people are very much afraid regarding the PhD training. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Yes. While I was in PhD training, even me, I was so scared. But then after the days go on and after I finish my PhD, there's nothing to be scared of because in PhD training you get to learn a lot of things, and then not only in aviation but you get to learn about how life is, about our life, and then you don't have to be worried about anything. It's 99-100% chances of getting through PhD training if your communication skill is good and then your grammatical. So yeah, communication skill and grammar, they used to check only on that. So you'll have to work on that.
Uh, so guys, do work on your communication skills, grammar, and suppose if you got stuck in PhD, do start working on your communication skills prior before the PhD training start. That will definitely help you to beat the things and that will definitely help you to get selections. So all the best, guys. These were the few questions. I mean, and Birhoni helped us a lot. I'm clearing the doubts and all because this thing matters a lot. And guys, soon we are going to release the interview experience of Birhoni, and Birhoni was a crash course student. And next video will be on the basis of how was her interview experience, how she cleared it, and each and everything. So guys, this was all about the video, and do like, share, and subscribe. Bye bye.